whatever your will is shall happen, not from my will. I tried my will. So what is fear? Fear is that we won't have enough. Fear is that there's a lack of abundance, and therefore there won't be enough for me. And because there's not going to be enough for me, I have to fight to get everything that I want. But if we fight to get everything that we want, it doesn't come. And then if it does come, we don't appreciate it. And that's why Buddha says in Gurbani, keep relaxing, let me, today the Sukhanama Namdevji said all the anxieties, all these pressures, all these things, let them out. They don't have that much meaning. But we build it up. This is what is the term called paper tiger. A paper tiger is when we make something bigger than it is, and then, you know, a tiger we're afraid of, right? But this is a paper tiger. We build it up to be such a big thing and so hard to break through. But really, they call it a paper tiger because really you can just cut through it. But we build it up to become such a fear. And that fear, what happens then, is that fear goes into the physical body. And when the fear then goes into the physical body, that's when we start getting sick. Nervous system, glandular system, right? Because the nervous system then is put under pressure. And the nervous system has parasympathetic nervous system and sympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic is the brake and sympathetic is the gas pedal. So the parasympathetic is what pulls us back in and reminds us to slow down, to meditate, vibrate the Buddha's name, all those things. And the gas pedal is what pushes us. And when the sympathetic nervous system is overtaxed, because we're pushing to try to catch up, then there becomes an imbalance between the brake and the gas pedal. Right? Have you ever driven a car with 2 feet? You can't. I've tried it once, but you know, somebody's new, they're starting to learn, and they use 2 feet. What do? The gas or the brake? The gas or the brake? You put the brake, the gas, you put the gas, the car doesn't go anywhere. And that's what happens to our nervous system. It loses its functionality. That creates, that nervous system disorder creates a problem in the circulation within our body. That bad circulation that's happening because the nervous system is off creates an imbalance through the entire glandular system that then works its way into the organs, and then when it gets into the organs, it becomes disease. And that's on the physical frequency. And on the mental frequency, the mind becomes negative and the mind becomes depressed. Because it's said, I've read it so many times for so long, that 80% of all illness begins outside of us and then goes inside of us. Asthma is a fear of suffocation. Kidneys are fear of losing. Heart is the fear of giving. All these things have relationships. And that is called a down spiral. And then when you go onto that down spiral, the medical profession is, oh boy, I'm really getting off now. The medical profession is there to give you the medication. And once you start into the chemical change of your body, the chemistry of your body through medication changes the chemistry of the body. And once your chemistry is shifted, it's like being addicted if you were heroin or cocaine or this stuff, that this is just legal. But the chemistry of your body shifts, and then you become dependent upon that medication and the entire chemistry, and you'll never be the same in your whole life. So what we want to be able to do then is to reverse that. So through Guru's Bani, my belief is that the healing power is there in the Gurbani. Because if your mind is neutral, if your mind is vibrating the Simran, then it doesn't allow into it. If we say 80% of illness first starts outside of you, and the Gurbani creates that protective aura because it expands the electromagnetic field. Exact in Gurbani will tell you every exact understanding of the nature of how this human body is created, what it is created by, how it works, how it functions, how it develops. Everything is included in Gurbani. Exactly. And how Shabad Guru, the technology of the current of the sound of the Shabad, how that regenerates the organs, it regenerates the nervous system, it regenerates the glandular system, it regenerates the process of the lobes of the brain by the vibration of the Simran that expands the electromagnetic field that we have. We all have this electromagnetic field that opens that Dasam Duar, that 10th gate, so that we can experience that flow from the universal cosmos. And that flows through us, and that creates that opening, and that heals from within, and that gives us the position and the status of our spiritual life. The exact formula is there. I summarized it quickly, but the exact formula exists. We only have to trust it. That's all we're asking. We're only asked that we trust